Hello everyone, welcome to the HCW podcast. My name is RGX. Flying solo to begin with. This is the B-Show reviews. So we decided we will still review NXT and Rampage, but we will keep them as their own separate upload, which goes up before the main podcast, so think of it as a preview. So we'll start off with my NXT review, the go-home show for Worlds Collide. And I do notice off the bat that it's a live show. I'm not 100% certain, but I think they're all live now, which is awesome. So we kick off with Grayson Waller against Apollo Crews. Now, Waller goes to start off with a pre-match promo and is cut off almost immediately by Apollo Crews before he can even get a word out. So, no pre-match promo for you, buddy. I really appreciate as well from the build-up to this, and it's something I've only just noticed, that we hear loads of accents now doing promos. Even just a few years ago, even Canadians would Americanise their speech and accents. But now it doesn't matter where in the world you're from, if you're speaking English, you get promo time, and it's great. It's that variety that makes it interesting. And it's a subtle change, but it's a welcome one. Now, this is a great match, but right before the break, Crews takes an inadvertent shot to the eye. If it was a work, it was really well sold. And when we come back from commercial, we see the replay of his basketball leg dribbling elbow drop, which is a thing of beauty. It's just a shame he did it on the commercial break. But I actually see what Tori sees in Waller now. The guy can talk, his athleticism is through the roof, and the guy gets it. So, big things I think in future for Waller. Of course, he gets the victory in the end. And at this point, Balor just turned up out of the blue, walked up to Braun Breaker, reminded him that he made the NXT title what it was and wants him to continue the legacy and unify the titles on Sunday. This will become a theme throughout the night. After that, we get Kitana and Chance squashing Paxley and Ivy Nile. It's a shame about Ivy Nile. She was one I thought had a lot of potential, but didn't get an entrance, anything here, just squashed along with Tate and Paxley. And thankfully we're spared an awful post-match promo by Kitana and Chance as Nikki ASH and Doudrop come out to challenge them for the tag titles at Worlds Collide. And fingers crossed, we might actually get Doudrop and Nikki winning and a unification match against the tag team champions for the main roster at Survivor Series, which I think would be incredible. So from there, we find out who she is later in the night, or at least I do, because I didn't know who it was at the time. But my notes say some women in an office ran down Zoe Stark, who was supposed to have been re-injured a few weeks ago, but I guess not, because they're competing later in the night. We then get a promo from Gacy and the Dyad about Cameron Grimes. And my notes just say this is them attempting to do the Daniel Bryan and Wyatt thing, like getting them to join the Wyatt family. Gacy presents the Dyad with nice shiny smiley face pins, basically gold star stickers, proper cultish stuff, and I'm sure that's the intent. But Grimes comes out and makes it clear to them he doesn't need anyone to go to the moon. Yeah. We then get a promo from Roxanne Perez where she's standing all sad on a gazebo out by the lake, sad about the betrayal. You can actually do the Ralph Wiggum, like you can pause the moment where her heart breaks now. And of course she's sitting there like staring at her phone and she's about to text Cora Jade, so she does text her, but it's the only text she's ever sent that number on her phone. So for someone that she was supposedly pals with for years, why she never texted her before? Anyway, she's sad, but she says it's not over between her and Cora. She will have her vengeance. Finlay says hi to Tyler Bate backstage and hands him a tablet. And on that tablet is Pete Dunne wishing him luck for the match ahead. Obviously, Pete Dunne being a former UK champion and part of British Strong Style. After that, we get Briggs and Jensen versus Pretty Deadly and Lash Legend. There was no entrance for Pretty Deadly and Lash, so I thought the winner would be obvious. But this ended up being a really long match, but it was good back and forth. And it goes until Gallus come out for interference, meaning Pretty Deadly and Lash win. So never mind, not getting an entrance doesn't matter anymore. After that, we get Shayna confronting Mandy Rose backstage and tells her to do it for the brand. And if she fails to unify the titles this Sunday, everything she said for the past year has been a lie. Okay. After that, we get Andre Chase versus Bint Dempsey. Now, I wasn't interested in this to begin with because I really dislike the Andre Chase character. But it was actually a really good match. And Dempsey has a really unique submission style that reminds me, dare I say it, of Zack Sabre Jr. It was a really good back and forth technical match that I quite enjoyed, with Chase getting the win with a unique looking pin. But before the match kicked off, JD McDonough was backstage cutting another weird promo about pain suppression and all the kind of usual BS, mind over matter. After that, we get Alba Fire go up to Mako Satomura, who's the UK champion, wishing her luck for Sunday. And then we go into Zoe Stark, who doesn't have a limp, coming out for her match. And before our opponent makes her entrance, Gunther is backstage telling Tyler Bate to bring his A game to unify the titles, not only for NXT UK but for European wrestling. It depends on it. So then we get our opponent, which is the lady from The Office, as I called her, who is actually Kiana James, brackets BBM, BBA, CMA, GBA, CCP, CPTD. Yes, I wrote them all down. Basically, she's got a few degrees in marketing and business. It's a really good back and forth match though, but there's no use of the injured knee in kayfabe or as a work. Like, she just no sells it, even hitting her finish with the good knee. It is a good finish though. Of course, Kiana tries to get the cheap shot with her tote bag from behind, but Nikita Lyons comes out to make the save, who is apparently medically available again. After that is the Bea Priestley interview. She'll be the one to unify the titles, and holy crap, we get Rhea Ripley backstage coming up to her. Tell her that she's one of the few to ever hold the NXT UK and NXT Women's Championships. Obviously can't name the other one because she works for a different company. Toni Storm, cough cough. But tells her that she has the chance to make history and she better not screw it up. After that, we get two random dudes backstage that I didn't recognise to begin with because I didn't watch the product closely until recently. Turned out to be Nathan Frazier and Axiom, who are literally just backstage chilling, reading comics. And they were talking how they're going to miss NXT UK, because they used to do this thing where you would have fights that were rounds, and the two just casually say, you know what, let's just have a best of three challenge, NXT UK style. So according to the commentators, that'll be a blink and you miss it show, because they're that fast and whippy, so I'll take the word for it and see how that turns out. After that, we get a dog barking. After that, we get Gallus, which is Mark and Joe Coffey and Wolfgang against the Diamond Mine, comprising the Creed brothers and Damon Kemp. Really good back and forth until Roddy, for some reason, comes out with a phone trying to show Damon Kemp evidence that it wasn't him that gave the signal to turn on them. However, Kemp smashes the phone, rushes back out of the ring, and takes Joe Coffey's finish to get the win for Gallus. Then Pretty Deadly come out to brawl with them and beat down the Diamond Mine. Then we get Brooks and Jensen evening the odds, and then literally every other tag team in NXT and NXT UK rush out, and we just get a big massive brawl. Braun sitting backstage with Ciampa, absolutely loving it, watching it on the monitor when, as I say, Ciampa turns up for the next pep talk of the night. Again, just talking about maintaining history and being the one to unify the titles. We then get Carmelo Hayes saying he's not happy with being on World's Collide and he's going to tell everyone why after commercial break. Then we get another vignette for Quincy Elliott. He's different. Nobody knows him at all, but they soon will. And I wrote down one of his good lines. He's flyer than a reindeer in winter, which I really liked. And of course he is the super diva. So a really cool, unique character, which I can't wait to see. And Pretty Deadly get announced as being added to the tag unification match for World's Collide. Get an advert, and then when we come back, Trick Williams is hyping up Carmelo, saying that he comes out every week having a banger on TV, and he's not wrong in that assessment, but he's not in the card. So Carmelo then says, right, that's fine, I'm not going to bring the title, I'm not going to have a title match, you can have the card without me if you're not going to book me. And at this point we hear the one and only as Ricochet comes out, of course former NXT North American champion himself, and I can hear Torrie groaning from here. And to be honest, Ricochet says a whole lot of nothing, tries to say that Carmelo doesn't have memorable matches, which is just patently false, and the only way he'll have a match anyone will remember is by facing Ricochet, which I probably wouldn't remember, if I'm being honest. It's just going to end up being flippier than Dante Martin and Rey Fenix was on Rampage a few weeks ago. So that match is set for the World's Collide as well. So it's not just NXT and NXT UK anymore, it is NXT and main roster, because you've got Doudrop and Nikki ASH, you've got Ricochet. So it is really a all three collide. So that covers it for the NXT review. I'm going to hand it over virtually to our boy DP, who has the Rampage review. Take it away, DP.
Hello everyone, DP here. Sorry I can't be there tonight. I have got a lot of work-related issues that are coming back to bite me in the arse in real time. But yes, this is the AEW Rampage review for August 26th. So we start things off with a opening trios match for the trios titles tournament between the House of Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews and Brody King, taking on Dark Order's John Silver, Alex Reynolds and Ten. Prior to this match, they'd announced there was going to be a mystery partner when it was 10 before, and now it's still 10. I don't know what's going on there. But this is a very solid match. It's nothing to brag about, but it's alright. Yeah, the only thing that I've got of note for this match is that towards the end, we get a distraction from Miro, the Redeemer, who comes out and he attacks Buddy and King. But inside the ring, Malachi is rolled up by Alex Reynolds to get the win. Dark Order proceed, but part of me wonders, should have been a DQ for House of Black, because Miro did strike King and he did attack Buddy. Um, but yeah, that was that match. Dark Order proceed, and they go on to the next round of the match of the tournament. Sorry. Post match, we get Miro get attacked by them, and then Sting and Dio make the save. That's about it. So we move on to the TNT title match between Wardlow and Ryan MF. This was an open challenge issued by Wardlow that was accepted by at some point by Ryan MF. Little to say, Wardlow smash. So we move on to the next match, which was Powerhouse Hobbs taking on Ashton Day. Hobbs smash. Moving on from that, we get an actual match. We get a mixed tag between Tay Mello, not Tay Conti now, Tay Mello, and Sammy Guevara against Ortiz and Ruby Soho. This was a good match for what it was. Very standard mixed tag. Sammy and Tay do the heel stuff and the distractions and dirty tactics. Ortiz and Ruby trying to fight back, use upper hands, and use the heart and the crowd of people to get the upper hand on them. Overall, we get distractions from Angela Parker and Matt Menard, and that's about it, really. And then that leads in with Anna JAS running in, sending Soho into the steps on the outside, which is enough to distract Ortiz to allow Sammy to hit the springboard cutter, which I believe is an Oz cutter. Just if you need reference for that. To get the pin, Sammy and Tay win the mixed tag match. That meant nothing. And Ruby loses another high profile match. We get some sentiments about looking at John Moxley bringing up Punk from Dynamite. We get some exclusive footage, by the way, of Punk and Moxley's match, or at least the aftermath of that, where it just shows Punk being led out by medical teams with his bad foot. Yep. Okay. We move on to the main event, which is for the Ring of Honor World Title between Claudio Castagnoli and Dustin Rhodes. We have Wheeler Yuta in tow for Castagnoli. We have Caprice Coleman during the commentary as well. So that's the Ring of Honor commentator, for those who don't know. This was the best match of the night, and that was not saying much, though. So the story of this match is Claudio is building defenses for his title. Meanwhile, Dustin is pursuing that world title he never won in wrestling, which applies to every company he's been in. No, he's never been a world champion. That's what he's going for, the world title. This was, as I said, this is a very good match. This was the highlight of the night, so I'm glad it was the finishing match. We get a lot of back and forths. We get a middle rope Hurricane Runner, which sets up for a code red from Dustin. We get a few lariats, clotheslines. We get a crossface on Dustin from Claudio, but Dustin escapes his patented power slam. We get a pile driver, which he doesn't really connect, or doesn't quite work really, because he sort of drops Claudio to the side. So I don't know what happened there, but it was a bit more like a power bomb. But anyway, they got a 2. Castagnoli is on his feet again. He goes for a leapfrog, which so Dustin's head hits Claudio's legs, and he ducks underneath. So it just looks a bit messy. But Castagnoli is not kept down for long, and he hits the uppercut. So he throws him in the air, uppercuts him, and that gets the 3 count, and Claudio retains. That was Rampage. Back to the show.
Thank you very much, DP, and hopefully next week you'll have a background that's representative of the show you're reviewing. Kidding on. Really appreciate recording that on your busy lunch break. So, all that's left for us to do here is wish you well, and thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do the usual stuff. Follow us on Twitter at the HCW Show. Join our Discord, which is in the description. And stay tuned for the main podcast, which will be out tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching, and take care. Bye.